Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday, and welcome to your daily lighting critique. Video to go through, couple stills. Good job on this month's lighting challenge. Everything is looking really phenomenal. I just downloaded all the images and kind of going through them. And again, it's going to be a tough choice. I'm going to bring in a couple other people to help me make that decision, but that should make it a little bit easier. We got a new challenge, as we were just saying before we started recording. It's the winter cabin scene by Eugene, who's one of our students, and already made it look beautiful. So Andre is calling foul on this one and saying it already looks too good. And so maybe, yeah. So Eugene won the challenge, and now we're just gonna all light it for fun. Okay. So we've got. Let's start here with Andres, like I said, and then we'll go to some of the stills. So this is the newer version. This is the previous version here. The biggest differences was a little more shaping in the foreground, a little more light back here as he's walking through. I've recently become aware of the B movie being a thing on the internet where people like to troll each other by sending each other lines from the B movie. I didn't know that was a thing. So I'm glad to see that making an appearance here. So let's see. So a couple things.
Just a couple of things. I still have to fix, because there's a couple of places where they're actually crossing through the light.
Mm-hmm.
And Francesco had given me the instruction or idea to have them basically be only the light from the posters from the whatever lighting things on the back,
Mm-hmm.
be the only light, and you know, like the shaman would be illuminated by the credit card machine, and I tried that, but it's like I feel like the foreground just doesn't get that much light from there. I don't know if I should maybe do a second light, but still trying to mimic the lighting on the light boards there,
Mm-hmm.
or keep this, one front light that is illuminating the two of them there.
The difficulty that I'm having with it, and I totally see his point, is that it just doesn't feel like an open movie theater to me. Like it still feels pretty dark. Like if that's the type of lighting that I would expect. Like these things just kind of glowing as the main light source if the theater was closed. I would expect there to be more like some more top-down light. So really it's about the mood that you're trying to create. Because if you're trying to be like this is an old rundown movie theater, then I would stick with that. If not, I would do a little more foreground light.
Okay.
In terms, there's a few other things that are standing out to me that they're just like logistic things. I think we need to add some more glow on the screens, regardless as if they're the main light sources or not. The other thing is like this one, it feels cut off to me. Like it feels like this goes right up to the edge. So I would just like scale down the texture on that. And then this one over here kind of spills over the frame. And so I think having that one be more like this one, where it just kind of like ends on the black, would be good.
Okay.
So there's that, and then make them like a uniform size and scale. In terms of the lighting, I'm
having a hard time with this one because it's like I'm not happy with it, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Um,
Go ahead.
I would say maybe where the cashier guy is standing, instead of having the lights kind of be even, maybe do like small little spotlights. Because a lot of times in theaters you have just like the top lighting is a bunch of little can lights, so you get point lights coming down.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that'll help.
Yeah, that's what I had in the beginning, and then from through iterations it got changed. So maybe I'll go back to that.
Yeah, that kind of looks more like a theater vibe to me, just because they tend to have a lot of little spotlights in closer areas like this.
Yeah, and I think from like a architectural interior design thing, you want to create lighting pockets where there's things are going to be going on. and like clearly where this cash register and things are going to be going on. So I think having like a little pocket of light here, like a spotlight coming down, and then you could put one like kind of hitting the wall here, or like, you know, just kind of like as Kat was saying, there's like multiple of them around. But I think all of that needs to be focused on the foreground, like from the cashier towards the camera, and then everything kind of back behind us, he wraps around. Everything back there, he's then hit by these lights that are causing him to rim up. And I actually think that he should get a little, like, I think that this light should be a little brighter. Not because the lights in popcorn machines are particularly bright. It's because, like, he's making a connection to this space, and they should feel, like, he should feel in it, right? Like, and, like, this light should pour out and kind of hit his face a little bit more.
Okay.
And then I'm trying to think, like, well, this is all opaque down here, because normally movie theaters have like an open case down here that has like where they display candies and stuff, or candies sitting out here on the counter or something.
Yeah, there's a I actually still need to put the materials on, but right in front of the popcorn machine that's a stand with a bunch of candy stuff.
Oh, got it. Yeah. So I think that like adding some more detail to make this feel more like a concession stand at a movie theater would be good too, like actual objects.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that's how I would do it. I'm thinking about it as three kind of distinct areas: from the cashier forward, that's lit by these pockets of light, kind of a dark area if you can between them, and then back here is where he's getting hit by these lights and this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I would give that a go.
Cool.
All right, great.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. All right, we'll go through these in alphabetical order. Aaron, so this is revisiting an old project, correct?
Yeah, Jasmine just wanted me to have you take a look at this to see if there was anything that you would... I know we had already, like, kind of clapped on it a couple months ago, but she just wanted me to show it to you again, see if there was anything that you would adjust if I were to revisit this one.
I mean, the only things that I would like, looking at it with fresh eyes after some time away, I think that the environment looks good. Maybe if anything, the only two things that I was kind of looking at this before. The only thing that I could think would maybe be adding to this little rice ball here. A little bit of shadow underneath from the sashimi on top, and then I'm wondering if maybe just warming it up a little bit might help too. Just like the rice itself. I know that it kind of detaches it from the space a little bit, but I think if we keep everything else...
The rice character or the rice altogether, like even on the sushi character?
The rice itself.
All the rice. Okay.
Yeah. I think just getting a little bit more warmth on there would be good. And then for the skin tone on the sushi, the roll, there might be a little bit too much blue in that too. And I'm just pulling them slightly out of that a little bit more. Might be the way to go. And then maybe, just kind of getting him back on the hero green a little bit. And then possibly even, like, if you've got that crypto matte, just like boosting up, because some of these darks are getting a little bit super dark in there. Just kind of maybe try boosting that a little bit. But I mean, unless she has any other suggestions, or if anyone here has any thoughts, I think it looks good.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah. All right. Cool. All right.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah, you're very welcome. All right, we'll go through Ayako's here. So this is the old, this is the new. Love the scraping of the light coming down these buildings. Like, it makes it look so much more dramatic. Like that little bit of specularity in the bricks and stuff. It just, like, reflections in the windows just really helps out. Yeah, this still feels like it doesn't have a texture on it. Just might just want to check in on that. This guy there. And it's just like this vertical pull. And really, I'm just seeing these lights don't like this looks nice and black. These look nice and black, but this feels more neutral gray. I think I'm looking at the atmospheric fall off the aerial perspective here. And I feel like these darks in the foreground are really nice. I would like to see them start getting picked up, and like this building over here can get a little bit lifted. And then it kind of gets obscured as we go back behind the smoke. But I think there's something about it being like, because right now it just feels like these are on the same level, and then everything back behind the smoke is on the same level. I feel like there would just be more of a step back in the Z space. And then you can add a little depth of field back there too, just touch, like a 3-pixel blur on the far background stuff. The monster itself, I wonder if we also can go slightly darker on that too. Just because it's tough. Just because the character itself is getting a little bit flat and a little bit even, and it might just be a matter of getting some more shaping on it, but it's a little extreme. But go ahead.
This really reminds me of that brand new Jurassic World prologue that came out in front of Fast 9. Like, if you can look up the leaks for that, it's the golden sun, big animals that are mostly in shadow. It's really reminiscent of that too. So
yeah,
it's cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. Definitely check that out. That would be cool.
Yeah, it's brand new. You can look up. I mean, it's leaks, but unless you want to go to a theater and watch it, but
I didn't even know it was out. I've totally lost track of.
It's literally like a 3-minute clip. That's it.
Oh, I see. Oh, because the trailer out in front of me. Got it.
It's a prologue. Yeah, I don't know.
Got it. But yeah, I think overall just like a little bit darker, and then if we can find opportunities to create a little bit more shaping in there, I think that would be really good. Yeah, everything else is feeling pretty good. Yeah, I think let's start there and we'll go from there. All right, next up, Brenda. How you doing, Brenda?
Good, and you?
Good, thank you. So I like it better without the lens flare on the butterfly. I think the butterfly now reads a little bit more. I'm looking at these light bulbs, and it's almost like there's a black outline around them that feels a little bit heavy, and overall they just feel a little saturated too. I would basically just pull down the saturation on, and I think that might be okay. I think might be more of that. Like the glass itself might be reflecting the blue a little bit too strong. I'm gonna open this up to see if anybody else has any thoughts on this, because let me just look around here. I think the arm feels a little more connected. Do you guys feel anything? Oh, the bump on this looks a lot better. Did you change this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks a lot better. By the way, that's my insecurity of saying something looks better and then being like, wait, did you change that?
No, yeah, I totally did.
Good. Yeah. I mean, I think the only addition that I would do would be a pass of specularity on the plants over here, because they are looking a little flat. And again, broadleaf, thick plants like that have like a really strong waxy coat on top. So just getting some like little speck hits on there would be really good. But I think we're getting really close. And
nice.
And then if you can do a version with just a little bit more vignetting. I just want to see if that, like especially like down here and then especially on the screen left side, and just see if we like that better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. All right, Chris. This is really reference is just beautiful. I think this is really really cool. it really like it does a great job of just highlighting hair, like a straight rim down the back, and then just like some simple suggestions at the characters, like kind of hero shape. I think let's see. Yeah, oh, good.
I noted earlier that I kind of avoided the pink, the saturated pink color. Francesco kind of emphasized that you want to keep the hero color and not stray too far from it. So,
yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because like I was looking at it and it totally changes the context of the shot without that colorful light a little bit, because now it's just like more of a normalized light.
Yeah, it was a loose reference.
Yeah. Okay, and also like the blue color that you're using here is slightly different than this one, which has a little more green. Okay. Right. Okay. So I think that the rim is working really well. I think it's a little bit bright here, just because we don't want to really kind of focus on that area, and because that's now like a little bit like the brightest, largest chunk. Although this is really good too. I would just tone that down, and then probably maybe tone down a little bit of like just the intensity over here, just to really kind of build up the intensity right around the center. I think would be really good. And then in terms of but I think that the frontal light might be, I'm trying to think of how to have, I think it's giving away too much. I'm wondering if we couldn't have it hit his face a little bit, almost less, I guess just less. I'm trying to think.
The angle or the
angle. So I think it's more that it's like, because it's not really hitting his forehead, it's hitting, because it's coming up from underneath, but also from like back behind. So it's hitting like none of his face on this side and none of his forehead or the upper part of his nose or anything. And so like I think limiting it to here and like kind of like getting it off up there is. So I think basically it's just a matter of just dropping it lower.
Okay.
And giving that a try. Now, and then the last thing would be the eye dings. This is going to be more like the key light, so let's flip it over to this side. And then let's have the color match the color of that. Let's warm them up a little bit. And
warm up the color of the eye ding?
Yes. Yeah, add a little bit of warmth to it, just because, again, with this amount of saturation in the shot, that even though that this light is probably more neutralized, it does feel warm on the character's skin, and just kind of matching that warmth in the eye ding would be good.
Got it.
Cool. All right. Good stuff. Yeah, but this like great setup overall. All right, Kat. Yeah. Okay. So
I was productive yesterday.
Yeah, this is a lot. So I think the foreground character that's the right amount. I think that's the right amount of that. I think the environment looks good. I would, we talked about
change the color a little on his lighting so he doesn't blend in with the floor so much.
I think we'll see how it plays out. I think it's okay for now.
Okay.
But I like this kind of subtle mixture of gold and red down here. I think that's pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah. For her, I want to see more of a literal, like the way that Chris has like a real literal rim on some of this stuff. I want to feel that a little more strongly on her. That it's think of it as outlining her. Like it's out, because what we're doing with that light is we're outlining her silhouette. We're outlining her pose to get that to read. And so just think about it that way. And if it requires like two spotlights behind her, like if I'm, lighting this microphone and I want a rim on this side and a rim on this side, it'll take two rim lights to kind of get that effect.
Right.
And then just kind of get those apparent into her.
Do you want it to be her rim to be all red? Because I have a red and white on her in that photo. So the red's kind of more behind her and the white's to the screen left of her.
There really should only be two colors in this shot. There should be the red color and then the light coming down from the top. Especially on her. Like that's like don't let's keep it to that simple color scheme because then it gets a little
Okay.
bit muddled.
So I'll just make the rims all red on her. Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll see how it plays out. We might need to, like, I'm worried that the color of this light might make her skin start to feel a little metallic. But
Right.
let's see how it plays out. If anything, we can adjust the skin a little. We can adjust the hue of it a little bit after the fact. And then this guy feels a little diffused to me. In this area, I don't know what it is about it.
Yeah, I was messing around with shaders because Francesco was saying to make them not as reflective. So some are more reflective than others. I've just been kind of messing around to see what looks best.
Okay, that's cool.
I can make them shinier. I like them shinier, so. But I know a lot of robots in movies aren't super shiny. They're a bit more rough, so.
Is that true? I feel yeah, you're probably right. They're probably more of like a matte material. That's fair. That's fair. All right, cool. All right, great job today, guys. Like I said, take a look at the new lighting challenge. It looks like actually, let me see something here. Right? Oh, there's a spoiler.
Yeah, I mean, it's not officially out. Like, I mean, if you want to look at it,
Oh, I want no. I want to do it here. I was more looking at the that exists. I didn't know that we could do spoilers. That's really cool.
I mean, I didn't either, but
like I didn't know you could mark something as a spoiler. That's smart.
I thought I would just throw that in there.
I was like, did Aaron put up something that's not safe for work on there? Like, it took me a second.
No.
I was like, did we just get hacked? Anyway, so yeah, all right, great job on the lighting challenge, guys. Overall, I think the stuff is looking really incredible. I'm excited to see what you get this next round. But enjoy the rest of your Thursday, and I will see you all tomorrow. Again, heads up, Monday, no critiques for the Independence Day holiday here in the U.S. So, all right, I'll talk to you all very soon. All right,
Thanks.
happy lighting, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.